Okay, let's make a start here. 2-point perspective drawing. Let's write a little heading to get this started. 2-point perspective. This is a very basic introduction, which I will then keep elaborating and improvising with. 2-point perspective. So, just like 1-point perspective, we need a horizon line. I'm going to move quickly today, starting about 1/3 of the way up. I'm going to draw a horizon line. I'm going to use the side of my ruler as a basic sort of guide to get that horizontal line. I'm going to now, if you're looking at a building or a box or a table or anything, and you can see the corner first, that means you can recreate this in perspective drawing. Now, before I move on, I need, of course, our 2 vanishing points, or VP. Vanishing point 1, VP, vanishing point 2, there. So I'm going to use the top of the page. I think it's just over. I'm not going to move it, to get my first corner. So this is a corner of a box. The rule for this is all lines are vertical or travel to the vanishing point. That is the basic rule. Okay, of course, there are exceptions to that rule, being the basic rule. But from that point, you can create a wide range of interesting perspective forms. Perspective drawing is something that creates the illusion of form. So let's break down what I've done just now. Created the corner, and I've used these vanishing points for anything that's not vertical. So I've taken the bottom of that first corner and drawn it to however long I want that box, however big I want that box. I've done the same with the top. I've done this from this corner back, using that, making sure I'm on that vanishing point 100%. I've done that again. Okay, the final move here is taking this spot here and finding where it intersects by using our vanishing points and going to the opposite vanishing point, this time to the opposite. Where this intersects, of course, now we create our top. So let's write down the basic rule. All lines travel to either of the 2 VPs or is vertical. Let's continue with that rule. Just like we have done with 1-point perspective, now I'm going to create cavities and extrusions. Let's start with the cavity. I am going to use the diagonal lines going to the vanishing point to create a basic, kind of like a window. Okay, get my verticals, make sure it's vertical, use the top of your page. Let's slide it down, top of the page there. Okay, always to help. Simple. Now I'm going to take this corner and go to the opposite vanishing point. Imagine this as a window frame. I'm keeping it very big and chunky to start off with. This is the first time around the block with this type of drawing. We'll keep it simple. Of course, later on, we can create all sorts of very, very fine details for this. There's our cavity. Now, if I continued this line, let's repeat what I did before. I'm going to do 2 lines going to the vanishing point. Now, you notice that I often cross over here. These are sketches, and it's totally appropriate to, you're guessing the distance. You cannot measure perspective because they always recede to